And to me, making James Bond a female is the equivalent of making Wonder Woman a guy, you know? And I'll just leave it out there. That's how I feel about it. What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about a story that came out, and this is confirmation by the producer of James Bond herself that James Bond will remain a man. Not long ago there was rumors that James Bond was going to be a female James Bond, because that's just what the world needs, you know, a female James Bond, not a original female story. It's just steal the guy's story and give it to a woman, because that's very progressive, right? That's the era we live nowadays. So when we heard the story, a lot of us were like, okay, so that's probably gonna happen, because, you know, as happened before. And if you've been around my channel, you probably know how I feel about this gender swap thing. It's really not very original. I'm not a fan. I hate it. And even though I am not a die-hard James Bond fan, in fact, it is the only franchise my dad really likes. I couldn't really get into. I never really care. So I'm probably very unbiased to give you commentary on this story, but I was not a fan of the idea that James Bond is now a female, because enough with that. And the producers gave an interview where she explains the reason why James Bond will not be a female as long as she is in control. And well, since I did make a video when we thought she was going to be a female, I believe that now it's time to find out why she's not going to be a female. It seems like, and I believe the trailer proves that Lashana, who was cast and everyone was thinking she was going to be the new female James Bond, she is not. She's not James Bond. She is 007, because James Bond is retired, so she took on the title. So 007 is just a title, and I don't understand why does it have to be 007. Why don't they change to 009 or 002 or 3? I don't. If you're a diehard James Bond fan, perhaps you know the explanation. I don't get it. Why does she have to have the same title, 007? Is there something specific about that? I really honestly don't know. But long story short, she's not James Bond. She has the title 007 because James Bond himself is retired. But of course, he's going to come back, as we saw in the trailer, and perhaps he will get his title back. I'm pretty sure he will. So that is a different case scenario. So she's not a female James Bond. Phew, thank goodness, right? Because we heard about the female Indiana Jones. I covered that on my latest video. We heard about, there's just so many of this gender swap. Enough with that. I hate that. It is not original, and that's not what most... I would say, I don't know if women want that in general. I think women should not want that, because I don't think that is very flattering. I think that is actually kind of offensive. I think women deserve original stories with original characters. Stop stealing the guy's story, okay? That's just not cool. But let's read and let's find out what's going on this article. So this is by Insider. There will never be a female James Bond, according to the family that holds an iron grip on the series. I bet some of the journalists are not happy about this because, you know, every time people say, oh my God, a new female Bond, and everyone is just so excited. And I was like, go understand this woke culture. I still don't get it. You know, these people that are so worried about progressive, but they don't understand what's progressive about that. You're stealing a guy's story. I don't want that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's read this. James Bond fans have long speculated about who'd be fit to portray the famous spy after Daniel Craig steps down from the role. Fans and industry icons alike have celebrated the idea of a female Bond. Not me. Even though I'm not a die-hard fan, I don't want to see that. Enough with that. Including actresses like Priyanka Chopra and even former James Bond like Pierce Brosnan. Did he really? Maybe he tweeted about it. Oh, come on, Pierce Brosnan. See, guys are like, yeah, whatever, I was already James Bond, just give it to a woman. Get out of here. According to those in charge, Let me just do a disclaimer here, because you know, these people, I don't want people to take what I'm saying here out of context. I don't have a problem with female-led characters or strong female stories. In fact, I believe we need more, but I want them to be original. I do not like stealing a guy's story, especially a iconic character such as James Bond, and just giving it to a female and calling it progressive. It's exactly what they did to Terminator Dark Fate, and I hated that film. You can check my angry review here in the channel. That is just not what, and it even pisses me off even more when people frame this as, we're so progressive, we really worry about you, female. Shut up, you don't worry, you just worry about profit. Shut up, Hollywood, you're just worried about profit. That's all you want, money. So you're using a franchise that has already a building formula because you know it makes money, so let's just gender swap it or race swap it, and and then we'll call it progressive, you know, and get that pat in the back. I hate this type of stuff, man. We need the studios to be more open to new ideas. That way we can have new heroes, new stories, okay? Enough with this rehashing this stuff. According to those in charge, however, women won't be considered for the role. Thank goodness. Barbara Broccoli. Okay, I'm not going to make fun of her name, but it is a funny name. I wonder if she eats broccoli. And Michael G. Wilson, half siblings who oversee the James Bond films, described as having an iron grip on the franchise, recently discussed the future of the character in an interview with Variety. Of course, someone is going to ask, are we going to have a female James Bond? Let's see what she answered. He can be of any color, but he is male. Okay, so she is okay with race swapping him. Broccoli said, I believe we should be creating new characters for women, strong female characters. I'm not particularly interested in taking a male character and having a woman play it. I think women are far more interesting than that. So she seems to think this is exactly how I think when it comes to these gender swap stuff. You know, I think that's wow, I'm actually impressed that she said that. However, because I'm not a diehard fan, I wouldn't mind him being of a different race, but I don't know how the diehard fans would think about it. She said he could be of any color, but he is a male. Okay, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think he's supposed to be British, but yes, there's a lot of different races that are born in England, right? I guess. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Like I said, I wouldn't mind it as much, but I'm not a fan of race swapping either. You know, I believe that, you know, everything should have been originally written like that. You know, you guys think that we need more diversity? Let's write more diverse characters with more diverse heroes out there. Why not? I think that's the way to go, but that's my opinion. Let's continue. They do largely have final say on casting decisions. Broccoli, for example, insisted on casting Craig despite widespread doubt that he fit the mold of the character. Okay. What else are they saying here? Interesting. Variety also described Broccoli as someone who strives to shake off some of the chauvinism that characterized Bond's appearances in novels and early films. What do they mean by this? Because he's kind of a womanizer? He is kind of a womanizer. And if I'm 100% honest, I have never been attracted to the womanizer type of guy. I always think, get out of here. Maybe that's why I'm not a big fan of James Bond, but I am a fan of Indiana Jones. In fact, it's one of my favorite franchises, and he is kind of a womanizer. But so I don't know. I wonder. I've never really put too much thought in it. I just always watch the movies for pure entertainment, but I never really. I don't consider myself a fan, let's say it like that. And someone who's concerned with modernizing the character. Okay. Not sure what they mean here, but all right. Craig's final film as Bond, No Time to Die, will introduce Lashana Lynch as the franchise's first ever black and female 007. Okay, now this is kind of like taking his title a little bit. I mean, literally she is taking his title. And I don't know if they needed to do that, to be quite honest, you know. I think that they are doing this to poke the guy for sure, to poke the guy fans as well. I don't think people are going to feel happy about that. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't understand why they need to keep the same title, 007. Is there a reason? Why can't she be 009 or 008? I don't know. So, I don't know. I would prefer she had a different title, but that's my opinion, you know, like a kick-ass spy that has a different title. That would be better that way. But anyways, while Craig will portray the character, Lynch character has taken over the iconic number 007 after Bond retirement. So okay, so all of this stuff I said before, I don't think I need to read all of this. Let's just go down and finish this up. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not the Bond franchise is relevant now because of who he is and the way he treats women. Does he treat women bad? I don't remember that. Oh, it's because he's a womanizer, right? Okay, not my type of guy either, but I think that's bollocks. She continued. I think his absolute relevant now is he has just got to grow. It has just got to evolve. And the important thing is that the film treats the women properly. He doesn't have to, he needs to be true to his character. Also, he doesn't have to treat women properly, so he has to be true to his character. I'm a bit confused. What does she mean? Is she saying that he treats women poorly? He always seems like a gentleman to me, but yeah, kind of a womanizer, which, like I said, is not my favorite type of guy. I mean, I'm not going after there looking for a womanizer here, God forbid. But, anyways, at least the producer is saying that he will remain a guy. That's at least a good thing, right? But like I said, my personal opinion, I don't think they should have given her his title 007. I think they should have been a different title, 008, 00 whatever, unless there's a specific reason within the franchise that I'm not aware. You can let me know down in the comments. But I'm 100% on board with her statement here that women taking a male character and having to play it, it's not very interesting. You know, I agree. I don't think that's not progressive at all. That's actually just throwing crumbs to all women out there. And, you know, all these people buy it. But another thing that's going on is that the internet, right, the Twitter police are not very happy about it. Look at this tweet over here. Women can do anything, including being an international spy. Who is saying otherwise? Is that what the producer said? No, she didn't say that. She said that women need interesting original stories, strong female stories. It doesn't have to be stolen by a guy, you know, and also doesn't have to be perfect either, you know. I think the best characters are the characters that have flaw. To me, making James Bond a female is the equivalent of making Wonder Woman a guy. You know, and I'll just leave it out there. That's how I feel about it. And then she said, listen up, James Bond producers. It's 2020 and it's time to get over the misogyny views of the past and start fully embracing girl power. You really think that girl power is stealing a guy's story that has been iconic for how many years? A guy like this guy, you know? It's just so stupid. These people don't even understand their own policy, you know? Anyways, guys, this is the end of the video, and I'm happy to report that yes, James Bond will remain a man. So, but I'm not sure if the smaller changes, such as taking his title and giving to a different agent, if people are going to be okay with that. What if the agent was a guy? Would people be okay with that? I'm not really sure. I just don't understand why the same title has to be given to her. I think that it should have been a different title, but I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation out there. Drop your comments down below and let me know how do you feel about this changes in James Bond. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.